ladies and gentlemen.
And good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
I'll do a ventriloquism act with my little buddy Cheetor here the whole time. Just perform a whole show like that. Wait, let me get him up here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all across the internet. I'm Cheetor, and late in life I decided to have a streaming career. It's going okay. I really don't have any more to this bit. I just wanted to do the ventriloquism thing.
Nice.
There you go.
Hello, Coleman.
Hello, James. And how is it going?
Yeah. This guy here was the subject of the review that I just finished writing and photographing.
Is that the one I sent you?
No, this is the one you sent me. I put it up there for comparison.
Oh, okay.
There's a little bit.
I was gonna say I didn't think it was that big.
Yeah. A little bit of a size difference. Same basic idea, but yeah. We took comparison photos against the jumbo and the small version, and they just did a really tiny one in Legacy too. So I got to put that in there and make it like a 3-bot comparison.
Nice.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll be up tomorrow, but I'm also very busy tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll see. If not, it'll be up on Tuesday.
And Richard says, hello, Richard. How's it going? I know Richard's not feeling so well today, so hopefully he can join us next week, but he'll be hiding out in the comments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was also just taking photos of Marvel Legends Death's Head for the next review because I just decided to get ahead of the curve a little bit.
There we go.
This guy here. I've had him for a little while, but trying to get back to reviews that come out weekly instead of bi-weekly means I'm making a good pace getting through my backlog. So this is the next guy.
Nice.
I have a specific...
It looks like he should be in Thundercats.
Yeah.
Especially with that belt.
It's true.
Well, he's technically a Marvel character after making the dimensional leap from the Transformers world, so that's why he gets to be a Marvel legend. I have a specific set of photos I want to take, and if I tell you about them, that means I got to take them. I got a bunch of Marvel Legends Spider-Man guys over there. I got the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and then the 3 main bad guys from his movies, Green Goblin, Sandman, Dr. Octopus. So I want to take a photo of Spider-Man squaring up against those guys, and then in the next photo, Death's Head next to him, and he hands him a big Mario coin, because I have one of those. And then the third photo is just Death's Head beating them all up instead. Because he's a bounty hunter, you see. And my caption will read, the most improbable thing here is that Spider-Man has money.
That is improbable. Well, Spider-Man and Superman, because you know, since both of them have to work for newspapers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna take those photos.
And actually, when looking at the video, at your figure, from a distance, it almost reminds me of Apocalypse.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little bit. This is like, he pretty much had the same design from the get-go. So this is just always what he looked like. Simon Furman created him, and he was, I believe, designed by Jeff Sr., one of the Marvel UK artists.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's just, 80s British comics were just all about dark stuff. Like, this is where Judge Dredd and stuff came from. So he's just kind of this violent jerk for, like, no reason. Because that was the style at the time.
Sadly, those do exist. And Professor D says,
I mean, I don't know where you went, but I know it. But I can read what he said, so that'll be good. Should do a whole show like this. Just try to get him up in front of the camera and just flick that thing and get him to speak the whole time instead of me.
Here we go. So one for the Netflix demo reel.
Yeah. See, problem about this guy is because he's got these stick legs, he's very unstable. So I'd need to lock him down to the table if I was gonna like spend a whole show puppeteering him. Just get it nice and close to the camera at the time, so. Yeah. There we go. He's the guy that'll take over when I need a day off, a night off. Ignore the little guy over there. Pay attention to me only.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So Richard says, all good, just a bit stuffed up and not much of a voice. Hopefully I see you guys next week. Professor D says, James and Ray's, what's good, gentlemen?
What you should do is you should bring a whiteboard and write what you're going to say on it and hold it up.
Yes.
Where is Impactor?
I didn't hear back from him, so I'm surprised unless maybe he is not able to show up this evening. Oh, hold on.
I made it!
Ah,
There you are.
That was really convenient because we literally just said, oh, I wonder where Impactor is. And then
I was at my friend's house hanging out with them. We just went and had dinner at their church. I thought I wouldn't be able to make it. Man, how stupid am I?
I mean, you put together those stop motion, so I'd say that requires a measure of intelligence.
A lot.
Oh, how are you guys doing?
Yeah,
We're doing well. How are you doing?
Tired, sleepy, questioning why we didn't have a live yet last week.
I was out of the country for 11 days.
Why is there a cat here? Evelyn, why?
Because you need one.
That's true. The internet loves cats.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's been a thing since the 90s.
Yeah,
It's
you're
funny 'cause,
probably
like,
right.
A lot of the times the show can go on if one of us can't make it. That's why there's so many people. But like if Spin's not here, there's no show.
So, Mr. Magnus, how have you been?
been better. I've had a hell of a 2 weeks. That's for damn sure.
Oh, no.
I broke a tooth last weekend.
Sorry for that.
Got into my dentist. They X-rayed it and said, "Oh, it's broke all the way down to the root. You have to
Oh
have
my
surgery."
God.
Oh.
So they called, and the surgery center said, "Okay, well, we can get you in late February."
Wow. Why so long?
Yeah.
Just all booked up.
A lot of people breaking their teeth.
I guess. And so I was like, okay, so write me a script for a bunch of antibiotics, and I'll go fill them out. And my dentist is 4 blocks away from the pharmacy. Before I got to the pharmacy, the oral surgery place called me up and said, "Hey, we got a cancellation for tomorrow. Can you be here at 2 o'clock?" And I was like, "I will be there."
U-turn.
That was a quick change.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
old
3 months
cancellations.
or 22 hours. Yeah, I'll make that happen.
Mhm, exactly.
Yeah, so
Our
I got
cat. Sorry.
his tooth cord out and gums are all sewn together, and it's driving me absolutely batshit crazy because they hide the stitches so big that it feels like I've got something caught in my teeth.
Oh.
Did you
I
have your
thought-
wisdom teeth yet
so I'm-
removed?
Oh, son, I'm 50 years old. Of course I did.
Well, in the nowadays wisdom teeth surgeries, I had mine just removed. Well, last summer, if I'm correct, I told you guys. Yeah, it felt exactly like that.
Now, when I got my wisdom teeth removed, they were like, "Here's some cotton. Chew on this for 2 days." They didn't put no stitches in.
They put
Gosh.
stitches. They gave me antibiotics.
If it starts to hurt, take those cotton balls out and soak them in whiskey and put them back in. That's what my dentist gave me.
What year was this? Because I feel like this is some type of 80s or 60s thing.
90.
Oh, really?
You know,
Man,
1990.
Man, where was Ratchet when you needed him?
I mean, I had
Or
my
is,
wisdom teeth taken out maybe 10, 15 years ago, and they didn't do that to me. They gave me the meds, and they gave me gauze instead of cotton balls, and I was just laid up on the couch for like 3 days, barely conscious.
Wow.
That, I don't know if you all know this about me or not, but I have adverse reactions to medication.
Oh.
I can't take big medications. I explained this to a friend of mine's. Let me see how I get this. My friend of mine's wife's girlfriend, her mother.
Okay.
Okay, you follow that train there? You follow
I
that
got
train?
it. Got it.
Okay. So her mom just had lung surgery, and so she's staying with them while she's recovering from this lung surgery. And I said, I have adverse reactions to medication. She's like, so what can you take? And I said, well, let me put it this way. On a scale of 1 to 10 to everyone else, I live daily with a 7. When I wake up in the morning, I'm at a 7. I cure that with 2 Aleve.
Wow.
That's it. That's all it takes. Yeah, pain that would make most people go to the hospital for, I cure with Aleve. So when they send me with like Percocets and Loratabs and Dilaudid,
Right.
yeah, I'm not going to be here, y'all. That's going to kill my ass.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I take infantile doses.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, my body is very susceptible to codeine-based medications.
When
And I have
sorry.
an adverse reaction to morphine, which we found
Probably
out
a
the hard
plus.
way. When I had my surgery, they gave me a dose of morphine, and it felt like I was being burned alive. Morphine actually causes pain,
Oof.
and since they just gave me a
The
shot
reverse
of morphine, there's nothing they can give you. We just gave you the biggest dog in the house, so just sit there for 3 hours and writhe.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
That does not sound like a lot of fun. It didn't seem like a lot of fun to me. When I had my wisdom teeth removed, for an odd reason, I didn't feel the pain at first. My dad and mom just gave me ice packs. I had an ice pack, like this weird ice pack thing wrapped around my face that had 2 ice packs that you can insert in. It kept my everything back there cold and freezing.
I imagine one of those hats with the 2 drinks, except it's for ice
That's
cubes.
exactly what I was thinking. It's exactly because that's how I would take care of it.
Yeah.
And so I chill on the chair, just watch a movie for a while. I put it on Pacific Rim just because I loved watching it. Because the same day before I got my wisdom teeth removed, I went to Second and Charles. I don't know if you guys have that in Canada. It's a secondhand store where you can buy CDs, video game systems, and a bunch of other things. I find actually I'm in condition Cherno Alpha, which is one of the Jaegers to the movie, which is one of my favorite characters. And then just have him chilling around with me all the way there and back. And for the craziest thing, I have so much energy at the middle of the night when I had everything finished that I just did a stop motion at home, and my parents were like, "Elias, shouldn't you be going to sleep?" Like they thought that the medication had a reverse reaction. It did not at all. In the morning, it felt like somebody decided to shoot me in between the jaw. It felt exactly like that.
I like how this is so effortless for you. You can just be like, yeah, I was messed up on meds. I was like, not really here. And I was like, all right, I think I'll just crank out a stop motion. I can just do that.
Right.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Also,
New
I think
version of 50
first gun
Cent.
on Earth.
You know, you can get shot in the job, put out a couple albums.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so Professor D says, oh man, Mr. Magnus, sorry to hear that story. Glad it worked out. Next time, just fly to India or Senegal. Get better skilled dentists, same day service, so cheap it covers the flight cost.
I have killer insurance because I'm union carpenter. So it cost me $38 out of pocket.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Professor D also says, you and his should talk to him privately about medical challenges and then innovative chronic pain solutions.
Also,
Believe I don't have to have any crazy ones.
I think I carried some
My
type
body's
of
very
weird
susceptible
gun.
to very little amounts, but yet I can drink with the best of them. So alcohol's not one of those drugs that I'm susceptible to.
Well, let's save that for the TelaTraan 2 segment.
I actually have a couple of things I could show off, but I have to go get one. But I can start with these two guys.
Are they
Yeah, I've got
Blokies?
news too.
Cool.
No, actually, I didn't have time to go get any Blokies this week. I already showed off that I got Transformers 1 Optimus, and then Transformers 1 Megatron also came in. These are the Studio Series guys, and these are the only two that are out yet.
Waiting for that Sentinel and Alita and Bumblebee. I think, in my honest opinion, the Transformers 1 official Bumblebee is better than the new one.
Yeah, maybe.
Just because of the design.
Yeah. I eventually I'll review these
Let
guys.
him finish.
Yeah. No, I'm just really impressed with them. They're only deluxes, but they're like really fun and really solid. I don't know how deeper I'll go on this line, but these two make for a very nice pair. So, they got a bunch of accessories. They're really solidly built. So, yeah, they come with my recommendation. And also, they both like. I like the movie's art style, but also these guys happen to pass the test for just looking like standard Transformers rather than being stylized. So, like, you just grab them as just representations of Optimus and Megatron. Yeah, I gotta go get the other thing, which was a project.
Does anybody know if they're going to make a Megatron to go with this one?
I don't honestly know. There is that chance, but right now I haven't seen any upcoming news, mainly on any of the other on Transformers 1, really. I think it was just they prepared everything already and then posted it with the toy line and everything else.
Yeah. Well, nothing's been leaked and nothing's been announced, and I would guess not, because this is like with every other previous movie when they do the gimmick toy line, they just kind of put one wave of stuff out and then that's it. Like,
that's how they did Dark of the Moon.
Yeah. Anyway, so I mentioned previously that I don't get into Lego very much because it tends to be fairly expensive. Well, me and Jess had a day at one point, and we had a little bit of wedding money, so I splurged a little bit and got one of the Lego sets I've been coveting for a while, and I finally finished building it after like a week and a half. Yeah, so this is the Spider-Man No Way Home set where they fight around the Statue of Liberty. So it's like a Statue of Liberty head, the scaffolding around it, minifigures of most of the movie's cast. It's a lot
all three Spider-Man.
Yeah, all three Spider-Man. They got like multiple heads and stuff too. So you can like, do masked or unmasked. A little flip open portal at the back here, to go if they want to go back to where they came from. And there's a Sandman hand hiding up here, but I don't want to cause an accident by taking the top of it off. But yeah, no, this took me forever to build, but I really enjoyed it, and maybe I'll take some photos soon. They also made an expansion pack for it, which I also got, so I'm not even done yet. It adds like a big Sandman monster and the lizard, so I'll show this off again once I do the other half of it.
Hey, send it on over to my place. I'll do free shipping and everything for you. I can build that thing in maybe an hour.
It's fine. It's about the process with the Lego. You put something in your ears or on the screen, and you just build that for like a half an hour.
Back then, my parents usually not Christmas, it was usually the end of the school year. Like, for the past, I'm saying maybe this was maybe 2 years ago. My parents got me 1,300 Lego sets, basically. Like, they got 3 of them, and they gave them to me, like, each year, basically, as the end of the school year gift for school. I built all of them in within an hour just using the instructions, and which mind-boggled themselves, basically.
IMPACTOR, have you never seen the table that sits beside my desk?
Nope.
I can get enough slack out of this.
Yeah, as he's going over, Professor D says, I like the sculpt of those figures, Anthony, but I'm waiting for shiny repaints, or else I'll get them on clearance and go them with Gundam. Gundam markers, and also says, oh wow, love that Lego set. My biggest Lego as a kid was a whole castle Lego. Literally years of fun I had with that one set.
Yeah.
Is that the what is it? What's the ship from Star Trek called again?
The
That's
Enterprise.
the Enterprise, but that's the FSS or the FCS Millennium Falcon in the background there.
I
That's
see
the
the Millennium
8600
Falcon.
pieces.
I see the
No,
that's the
that's the
X-wing.
little one. That's the little one. The one back there that you see the canopy looking back at you is the 3-foot one.
And then there's Luke's X-wing.
No, that's Poe's X-wing.
Oh, Pose. I forget their X-wings. Their X-wings are a little confusing.
Yeah, that took a year. 8,600 pieces.
Okay, I need to test myself with these Lego sets.
Oh, yeah. Richard Reyes is it. Yeah, I got Megatron too. Messing with him as he speak. Yeah, I like Optimus, but I think I like the Megatron better than the Optimus. He's just really fun to fiddle with. He's got like a bunch of different accessories and things.
Also,
Yeah.
I did some upgrades to my skids and mud flap.
I would like him better in silver, like D suggested, but like I'm good with this one. You can get it at retail for normal prices, so I'm
Now,
fine with that.
Are these the non-transforming or the transforming ones?
Oh no, these are the proper transforming guys. They're studio series, so they can become vehicles.
Hey, that's a good-looking Megatron. I might have to get that one if I find it here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he only just came out. Like, I had a pre-order, and he came out this week, so he should only just be hitting, like, around now.
Who here knows the famous YouTuber Prime versus Prime?
He's the guy that gets all the leaks.
Yeah, if I'm correct, he has a video upcoming for the Sentinel, the new
Sentinel,
Bumblebee
yeah.
movie Sentinel, in which I'm excited to see that thing, because that might be a thing I pick up just because. I'm right now saving up money and also doing a bunch of other stuff so I can start working on the 13 primes.
Yeah. Well, the thing I like about these guys is they made them kind of like moderately sized on purpose. Like these two are just deluxes, and they're making Sentinel a Voyager, and that's the only big one they've announced so far. They're trying to keep it like a small collection, and I kind of appreciate that because they're very well put together, and they can fit them on one little shelf.
So for skids and mud flap, there was one of the I tightened a bunch of the screws on skids here because a bunch of them are loose, and there's a high chance of him breaking, mainly inside everything like right here. But this is the next thing that I worked on for mud flap. So mud flap has a grappling hook in the film, and so if I push this back, I went to the Lego store, picked up a Lego grappling hook and hooked a string, so now basically I actually can have mud flap actually hang around.
Oh, that's a clever custom.
And there's one even more cooler thing. The string, surprisingly, it works very well. I got these, I forget what they're called. It's some type of costume string, basically. And while the string is strong enough, I actually can hold both of the twins at the same time. So yeah, I could just have them dangling. I have them dangling, when school starts up again tomorrow, I'll have them dangling like right up here, basically. The grappling hook's that strong that I can hold on to these things. And, well, in previous stop motions, Dropkick doesn't look that great anymore. I might have had Ironhide do a certain thing with his cannons. And for unfortunate news with my Ironhide, look. So this part right here, so I was trying to transform him. I'll be buying another one of him soon. This piece broke off of him, which gives him the accuracy of Dark of the Moon. And which, speaking of, on my floor down here, like I have everything down here prepared for the Ironhide What If I Survived stop motion.
Hey, so what if I survive stop motion?
It's going to be a redo of the original one that I showed you guys last week.
Yeah, I remember that. I was about to say, didn't you already do that? But I guess you're going to make a modernized version.
Well, it's going to be that was technically the best of my stop motions back then. But the reason why I'm doing a new one is because mainly he has a bunch of cosmetic updates now, such as, I would have done a part 2, but like the cosmetic updates really change him now, mainly with the paint jobs. And while his chest in the video, I just opened him the day that I did the stop motion, so his chest was still black, and now it's back to gray. So I have to redo that, and while his knuckles are now back to being brass. If anything, now that it's slightly broken, maybe I might try and do something with it. I also did some digging finally and now found my sea spray.
Nice.
Oh, I always thought that looked like a face with a big beard.
Same here. When my aunt got him, like, I had this such a weird thing trying to get all the characters I've seen in videos, and, like, that's pretty much what half of my collection is. But, like, mainly most of them were all the old toys. So my mom and dad were going off for a marriage retreat, and my aunt basically stopped in to Salvation Army and said that Elias can get 2 Transformers from there. And while I sent pictures to my mom and dad while we were at a park, and I just choose the ones I saw. And while the ones I saw Sea Spray, but I didn't realize actually Sea Spray had a Transformers. I forget what toy line it was. I think it was.
He's from Hunt for the Decepticons.
Yeah, but he had an extra person with him apparently, and it was actually Transformers. I think it was Transformers Energon Air Raid with him. It was a small one, complete. So I got 2 of them. And then I got Transformers Energon Optimus. I thought it looked like Dark of the Moon Studio Series Leadfoot, and which confused me when I saw it was Optimus. But I liked him specifically for how old he was, because posability back then was not good but funny.
Yeah, I'm glad we're in the days where everybody's got ankle tilts and wrist swivels.
Well, I mean, we still even get those days where they bring back an old toy. I mean, they did that for Transformers TLK, where they brought back Dark of the Moon Optimus, Revenge of the Fallen Leader Optimus, and the 2007 Optimus.
Yeah.
They just brought them all back.
Professor D says, OMG, Bill, maybe we have to do this after your wedding, but one day we need to get an international team of folks to coverage on your compound and build a 2-scale Lego Prime. And we might need to partner with Mr. Beast to help for that particular stunt.
No, maybe not right now with all the legal trouble that he's going through.
I feel like he'd be up for anything if he's going through legal trouble.
This is true.
With the stuff that's happening and his declining of his channel, I don't know about that.
Such is the fickle nature of the internet.
This is true. Certain things do get sensationalized and glorified, while anything good and intelligent just kind of gets shoved under the rug.
Like us, for example, the pinnacle of intelligence and sophistication.
You're kidding me.
Well, as Dee was mentioning, so one news that I will bring up on the screen.
That's tasty. I might have to get this.
Oh yeah, the Ocular Max all built-in set. These are the guys where the thing is like they don't have any combiner, kibble, or anything. Like they all properly transform.
Does he combine?
Nice. Yes.
So
looking.
The combination mode is all built in.
Yeah, that's like a big important part of them.
I mean,
I think the thing that I'm looking at right now is at the top of that page too, Spin. Hang on. Go back up. I don't even have to send you the link. You're already there.
Yep.
Keep going.
Wait, all the way further up?
Maybe it's down just a little bit then. Maybe it's just below that picture. I just saw it. There it is. Is that this one? That is this one. Okay, that GDW01C Ultra Magnus. That
is
purple.
Is that
purple
Shatterglass Prime?
Yeah.
No, it's Ultra Magnus.
That does not look like Magnus.
Yeah,
But he's in Evangelion colors.
Oh.
Then how come that Optimus Prime right there is named Ultra Magnus?
Ultra Maximus.
Oh, Ultra Maximus.
Yeah,
there. That's
Ultra Maximus.
That still doesn't make sense to me.
It just happens that Evangelion colors are very similar to Shattered Glass.
Mm.
Or the color scheme of the Joker.
I guess.
Yeah, but he has a clear trailer. Oh!
Who
Oof.
screamed?
Oh, interesting.
Me.
Oh,
I couldn't
there's the
tell. It
whole
sounded
set.
like something. It sounded like somebody else.
I like that they showed him right next to his animation model to be like, look at how accurate we are.
Mm-hmm. Although, one thing is they don't have. I guess they're still working on blades.
Yeah, that tends to be how they market these guys. Like, I'm pretty sure we've seen like grayscale prototypes of the whole thing put together, but nothing in color yet.
Right.
Color, I mean.
That's an in-person picture of him. That doesn't look bad. My dad and I were talking about right now, as a subscriber stuff. Right now, I'm up to 114 subscribers now officially.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
And
excellent.
my dad was talking to me about, well, with me sooner or later getting a job, because I'm gonna be soon 14. My dad was thinking maybe sooner or later, once I save up all my money and stuff, maybe I could finally get a masterpiece, because I do not own a single one. And well, there's many masterpieces out there, and I have no clue which one to go for. The only ones I have in mind, honestly, would have to be Starscream, that Megatron, and maybe one of the other Seekers, Thundercracker or Skywarp.
You gotta figure that out for yourself. But all I can say
Yeah,
is do the research.
And I
Mhm.
want to warn you a little bit about the masterpieces and your stop motion stuff. Okay, a masterpiece is 4 to 5 times longer to transform.
I know that.
You know, and I'm not saying you don't have some complicated pieces there, but you're looking at 9 to 15, 18 max steps to change. A transformer you have right now, masterpieces are in the hundreds.
I already know that. I have experience with masterpieces themselves. Some of my friends own them.
I'm just saying, be prepared that that's going to get into your production phase, unless you do something crazy like me and buy 3 or 4, and then you can have them in separate steps
Yeah,
of
that's
the
what I
way.
see a lot. That's what I see a lot of people do for mainly product shots. Like the YouTuber, aka Prime versus Prime, he has a few product shots where he has 386 bumblebees.
How's it going?
Not bad.
Good. And how are you doing?
Oh, not too awful bad.
Not too bad. Just got back from New York City.
New York
Now, how is
City.
that?
New York City.
It's awesome. I actually have a reveal tonight. It showed up right after I left for New York City, so
Oh,
Let's see it.
I think a couple of you
Yes.
guys might be interested in this.
Oh, what am I looking at? The coming out
Coming
of their
Up
shells tour. Oh, it's a Ninja
Oh.
Turtles thing, hey.
Yep.
there we
So
go.
this is the original bag that it came in, which is very rare. We'll start off with that. It has the tour dates on the
Nice.
back. Not only from their first tour, but the second one that was watered down. I forgot what it was called. And then
The going back into their shells tour. Oh, you got like the poster and everything.
yeah, it's
Nice.
mint condition. It's never been opened. It's got
Open it now on screen.
the absolutely. It's got the mask on the back that you could cut out and wear to the tour.
Nice.
And then it's got a little comic inside of it. And then it shows you, it's got art of them as well.
Oh.
The it says on the side next
right
to them, which this has Raphael playing a saxophone, which he really didn't do on the tour itself. He didn't do that too much.
He also doesn't strike me as a saxophone playing kind of guy.
Me neither.
Mm-hmm.
And these are quotes that they definitely did not say. Like, it's very 90s, because Michelangelo here is the lead guitar, Raph is on the sax, Donatello is the keyboards, Leonardo is the bass. And then, I'm not going to tear it out, but it's got the poster in it.
Nice.
And then this is turtle talk.
Is it like a glossary of slang?
Yes. There's cowabunga, radical, dude, totally awesome, and it tells you what it means. So let's see what most excellent means. Better than excellent, but not quite radical. Commonly used in phrases like "have a most excellent day, dude."
Also, speaking of, so who is it? Michelangelo, am I correct? That has the nunchucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's my
Yes.
favorite character of the bunch. So with a Lego chain and this, I made a actual nunchuck.
Well, that's be careful with that, bro.
I have
Yes.
experience with this. It connects right back actually, so I actually can now mess around with this.
Children of
this
Primus
is-
does not endorse the
Gotta put
creation
your
of
eye
homemade
out, kid.
nunchucks. Yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
He's my spirit turtle.
It's got a whole song on there. It's got the song lyrics. You can sing along.
No, thank you.
And then I guess this, you could mail it in, and you could order some stuff from the fan club, which is you get an official Turtle Force membership card and
Oh,
a certificate with framing, a 4-inch sticker, a special limited edition mini turtle comic book, a bandana, which is red, and then 2 issues of the Turtles Chaos Chronicle newsletter.
You should see if it still works if you mail that in. If there's no expiry date listed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised there's no Pizza Hut coupon in here, but it's got the Pizza Hut branding all over it.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
It's
also,
funny because
I had.
like
Oh, I'm sorry.
the original '90s movie, it was Domino's that they had to deal with, so they ordered Domino's in the movie. And then the first Michael Bay movie, it was Pizza Hut that they ordered. So I guess the changeover happened sometime during this tour.
So I was doing some research on it
Yeah.
because I couldn't find anything online on the tour book exclusively, and I happened to come across the commercials for it.
Oh.
Somebody posted all 3 commercials, and so the way you got this was you had to buy the cassette, which was $3.99 at the time, which is very cheap. And then it came with this and the bag. And then it also came with, for $2 more, the VHS version of it as well.
Nice.
Oh, so this is like post-tour merchandise, giving it a long tail.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the behind the scenes,
Oh.
the 30-minute documentary. I watched the commercial, and this was maybe a couple months beforehand. They hadn't completely announced the dates yet.
Hmm.
So this is, let's see if this is before September, because the first date for the tour was on September 16th.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that the commercials came out for mid-spring, and then that's when they started giving these away. But I also saw you also got just this if you ordered a personal pan pizza at the time.
also, Prime
That's a
Killer.
nice selling factor.
Did you see any of the stuff that happened just now, or did you just join now?
I just joined. I got back from New York City about an hour ago, and our bus just hit back at the house at about 10 minutes ago. I've been gone since Saturday morning.
Well, for one thing, since I only showed everybody else, so here's my mud flap. I just recently updated him with custom stuff. Do you recall him having a grappling hook in the movie at all?
No.
Well, in the Revenge of the Fallen film, both the twins have grappling hooks, so when I went to the Lego store, I picked up 2 Lego grappling hooks, and well, with the missile launcher, I put the string through and tied a knot back here, so now I gave him this cool grappling hook now.
That's really sick.
And which is actually strong enough to hold him, and if I can get their hands to hold each other correctly, his brother,
Ooh.
and which sometimes during school hours I'll just have them hanging up here.
Ooh.
So,
It was really cool because in the middle of Times Square, they had, obviously, they have a bunch of televisions and stuff, and
Mhm.
I guess they're really pushing the Transformers 1 franchise because they had a super huge billboard that you could see
Interesting.
from all the way down the street.
oh, nice.
So they were doing a lot of Transformers branding in New York City, which I wasn't expected to see at all. I saw multiple Transformers and Hasbro stuff going on, so they might be doing something big. And I'm very interested to see because in New York City they have a Toys R Us still on
Really?
the listen to this, on the 7th floor of Macy's.
Oh, all right.
We
So
have
So
I'm
want
we
it.
have
interested.
a we have a Toys R Us at our Macy's here in Evansville, but it doesn't have hardly anything. The
I'm
the Toys R Us at Macy's in Evansville isn't as big as my room.
Wow.
So I'm
It's
assuming
a
they're gonna
wall.
have a lot because if you have a Macy's with at least 7 floors in it and the Toys R Us fills up one of those floors, I'm interested to see what's in there.
We don't have buildings in our cities that have 7 floors. What are you talking about?
See, normally me neither. I come from a town of 10,000, maybe 10,000
I have
people.
2,000 in my town, and that's it. I've never seen that many people at once.
Where's where's the asshole at? Where where's Toy Warp?
Where's Toy Warp? Is he gonna make his surprise appearance like you guys were talking about when
He
he bumped
usually
his head?
doesn't come until TelaTraan 2.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's something you said about how you got the Ninja Turtles thing that made me think. Because you said you got that stuff if you got a personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut.
Yes, that or beforehand if you bought the no afterwards if you bought the cassette because I saw that after uh they did a whole combo thing for $13 with the behind the scenes, the cassette, and the tour guide.
So there was this thing they did in Canada. I don't know if they did it in the U.S. in the '90s. Scholastic did it because they wanted to encourage kids to read, where you would read. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, they did have that in America. You would read books and then you would fill out like a journal or something. I don't quite remember how it worked.
Your teacher had to punch it 5 times. You
Yeah,
had to turn in. You read 5 books and did a report on each one, and there was a thing, and she had a little special marker that she popped a hole in the top
yeah,
of it, and if you had all 5 of those punches, you could take that to Pizza Hut and you got a free pan pizza.
yeah. So I'm like,
Ooh.
did these ever exist at the same enough time that a kid could like really game the system, read the 5 books, punch the card, go to Pizza Hut, get the pan pizza, and then get the turtle stuff with it because they got a pan pizza?
I'd be
Yeah.
getting pizza every day. No joke. I'd read enough books to do that.
Yeah, like
They brought that back in 2007 for TMNT.
mm-hmm.
And also for the chat, I want to know if you guys have any experience with the concert or if you went to it. Feel free to let us know how that, because I think that'd be really cool as someone who wasn't able to check it out myself. Like, if you have any experience, if you got to go see it, let me know, because a lot of people says that after you pass the age of 11, you realize it sucks. So let me know if anybody has any personal experience checking any of them out and where you saw it at.
I have no experience because I wasn't even thought or born at that time.
Yes, so this came out in 1990, Impactor, and it's interesting because I also saw a hat, and I showed Toy Warp for the tour, but I want to go more, like I want to kind of see if I can find more out on that because it's
Mhm.
branded for 1989,
Hmm.
which this didn't start until almost 91. So I'd like to find some stuff on that and then also bring it into one of the streams.
Maybe it was in development for so long that the copyrights
Maybe.
were for '89.
Well,
I'm
Professor D has
thinking
a
so.
comment where he says, Prime Killer, what a great reveal. I still have a full collection of the 80s Eastman and Laird's original Ninja Turtle graphic novels.
Oh wow.
I'd love to read those.
That's awesome, Professor, because I have a collection of the 90s toys, the ones where they just dress them up in different outfits to sell more, kind of like they went the Hasbro way, where they just sell a bunch of the same thing over and
Isn't that
over.
Optimus Prime already?
Mhm.
And Bumblebee?
They
Or more
it pretty
specifically,
much.
Goldbug?
I think Impactor would have fun collecting those because they have so many variants. They have like Raphael, they have the turtles as like firemen and then doctors and everything. I could see Impactor getting into that.
Well, I mean, I'm right now. I technically have a bunch of duplicates of specific characters, such as Inferno over here. I have like 3 of him, like
Oh.
in different toy lines and different designs.
Well, because this mask on here is orange, so since Impactor has the nunchucks, I may pick him up one of these so that he can cut out the mask and put it on
That
for
would
the
be
stream.
honestly cool.
Actually, if you go to the stores, they do sell the masks. I would like to see Impactor and full turtle gear.
Oh, I'll do that. I think that'd be honestly a cool,
That'd be
honest
cool.
costume.
Well, if you don't mind, I would like to teach Impactor the turtle terms real quick.
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll be fine with that. But after that, I got some stuff to reveal for stop motions.
All right,
Mainly in
perfect.
G1 and I think G1, maybe one Bayverse video, and then the 86. Have any of you guys seen the full episode yet? The
Full
full
episode
scene.
of what?
The 86 scene.
I saw the one that you showed last week.
So you
week
guys
before.
haven't seen it yet. I finished it.
Ooh.
Oh, radical.
20 hours of work went to good use.
Yeah.
Impactor, do you know what radical means?
Not really. I just use it as some type of awesome energetic term.
So it can be substituted with rad. And it's for an event so uncommon that goes beyond being totally awesome or most excellent. A Pizza Hut restaurant in your backyard would be radical.
I'll take Domino's or my famous Mama's Pizzeria, which is right down the street from me.
Alright, give us the nunchucks. You have failed the vibe check. So,
Hey, don't blame me. That's just my personal character.
well, you're a dude because anyone who walks, talks, and eats pizza is a dude. Use dudette when addressing the female gender. Remember that. That's important. You don't want to piss off your girlfriend. Remember, too many dudes can be radically rude, so try to limit it to 1 dude per sentence. You don't want to be lame. And that, totally awesome, incredible, great, the best thing you've ever seen, like a 24 topping pizza with no anchovies would be totally awesome. So Impactor, you take all that and you take it to school, you're going to be the coolest kid in town.
There you
See,
go.
I'm just having fun writing these.
Well, if anything, this is going to be whenever I have field day because I do cyber school.
Talk. Well, now in cyber school, you can talk like a turtle.
Okay, this is going to be fun and cool when I do this. I think it's going to be during art clubs I have that happening.
The song in this is actually called Pizza Power.
If I'm correct, somebody tried to sing. I've seen people sing that. It's funny.
The lyrics to Cowabunga here too, so we'll teach him Impactor those, and then he can perform them on stream for the chat.
No, thank you. I'm not a singer unless I'm at church.
It's
We've got 7 minutes to round up before we go to the next stream. Professor D does say, one day when I dig up my old stuff in storage in the US, I want to showcase my 80s and 90s Ninja Turtle artwork, and maybe the same episode Spin can find his original stop motion before Impactor was.
You did stop motion, eh?
I did one for, and I think in total it may have been about 10 seconds. And this is with a VCR and a VHS camcorder and just a whole lot of editing.
Oh, wow.
really
A whole
Back
lot of
then, I'm
editing.
honestly assuming was definitely hard.
Yep.
So
Nowadays, all
shall
he
I?
needs is an iPad.
So shall I bring on the cool and crazy stop motions?
Yep.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
quickly show the
Alrighty,
stop
example
motions.
screen. Wait, cancel that.
Conflict zone ahead.
Whoa.
You're like, that's not the movie. There we go.
It
Well, this is
wouldn't. It wouldn't be a showcase without an impactor mistake.
G1 episode. Roll for it.
This is down. I gotta ask where that cliff jumper came from because I don't recognize it because it looks like the G1, but it's posable. Yeah.
I
What cliff
did that.
jumper is that?
It's this exclusive toy line of cliff jumper. I can't name the name right now, but it's a cliff jumper that has it's the G1 cliff jumper design, but it has the modern day articulation. So it's kind of like the what is it called what's the
Missing Link?
reissues of all the Transformers again?
Missing Link?
Yeah, it's kind of like a missing link one, you could say. My aunt found him in her house.
Interesting.
Maggie, quit eating my pretzels.
Oh, I just want to tell Mr. Magnus real quick that I'm not sure if it works, but the 2006 run of the Unicrons that they released, Toy Warp has an extra one because mine is in Ohio with a lot of my other stuff. So I may bring that on and showcase it and see if it works before I check it out myself. Because I feel like it'd be really cool to kind of show that off for the chat. So that should be coming really soon.
Next stop motion upcoming.
I mean, that one.
Yes.
Shall I share the next one?
Oh,
Then
go
are you-
ahead.
Jazz. Oh, that's nice.
What was the first stop motion that you ever did? What was the
So-
scene that you did that got you into it?
It wasn't it wasn't a scene particularly. So how this happened, so my mom, so me being me, I didn't have a YouTube channel. I commented as my mom, but I put it in that I was a boy and I was on my mom's account basically because I didn't have a channel or anything whenever I commented. My mom talked to another YouTuber by the name of LC Blades and got my mom into the stop motion stuff and explained. And so my mom downloads Stop Motion Studios on her phone. Let's just take this back to June 7th at maybe close around 6 p.m. My mom takes us, my entire family, to Friendly's. I don't know if you guys have that around you. It's a famous ice cream place. So we go there, and I bring, the RC triplets and Sideswipe with me. So when we go there, basically, I bring them, and then my mom asks me, because I ate my ice cream already and ate food, my mom asked me, do you want to do a stop motion and test it out and see how well you can do with it? And I watched videos, no joke, previously to learn how to do stop motion quickly before any of this happened. And so she gives me the chance to try, and so I do this. And I actually do a quite good of a kind of first step transformation stop motion for Sideswipe. And that was really all I started with. And then as time progressed during the summertime, my mom let me use her phone mainly whenever she had to leave because she unfortunately has to work. Like, she'll leave at 8 and then come home at either 2 o'clock, unfortunately. And so I didn't have that much time doing stop motions. It was when I did my last stop motion, which was actually my Transformers A6 shuttle attack. When I did this, basically, my mom had enough of it, and so she downloaded Stop Motion Studios onto my tablet before I went on another vacation with my friends. And so from from I'm gonna say maybe August of 2023, I started doing stop motions on my tablet, and by the time now, basically, if I'm correct, let me see, I have made in total 300 stop motions.
Jesus.
Three of like maybe half of that 100 is deleted by now because all those are either old ones or ones I can't really post anymore. But like that's a lot.
Do you have one stop motion in particular that you really, really want to do that you're not able to yet?
Particularly, I'd have to say it'd be the entire not entire movie. It'd be the entire scene for Transformers. How do I say it? It's the entire Autobot city fight. I want to do that entire scene specifically.
That would be ambitious. That's a very long sequence.
It's a very long sequence, but I already completed a 4-minute long scene basically. I have my ambitions, and I'm pretty sure I can do it.
That's a good way to look at it.
I just watched it.
No!
I just watched your 4-minute one. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
I
spoil
absolutely love it. I'm not going to, but I absolutely love it. I love your use of your boxes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why I buy them.
Impactor, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
13.
13. It's incredible for someone at your age to be that creatively intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a collaboration of ADHD, a little bit of autism, and a mixture of other things in my entire brain here, basically, that give me this type of creativity. And thank you also for that compliment.
Okay, now this is kind of freaky because now that it finished running on this screen, it kicked over to your live with us, and it's like 3 minutes behind us.
Oh yeah.
Well, I need
that's
to
how it
share my
goes.
screen for this. Let me just quickly search up my video. You guys chat
Good.
while I do this.
Yeah,
Good
live's
old
always on a
YouTube delay.
Yeah.
Well, actually going to switch over to the TelaTraan 2 segment. So,
Here, then I gotta share this quickly now. I got to my channel now.
okay.
It's worth the watch. It's worth the watch.
Alright.
All right.
Let me share
The view screen search.
I know.
Yeah, I remember from the preview that he showed us.
I'm so glad that I got to catch Mr. Magnus geeking out like a teenage girl.
Alright, you guys see this?
Like,
Guys?
if you look, his cheeks are rosy red right now.
Well, I got my
you guys see
Santa
this
beard
screen?
going right now, so.
You're like the Optimus of people.
Alright, guys, get ready to enjoy this.
Ironhide, report to me at once. Every time I look into a monitor, Prime, my circuit sizzle.
He's looking at little things that keep changing.
Yep.
I want you to make a special run to Autobot City on Earth. Listen, Ironhide, we don't have enough energon cubes to power a full-scale assault.
Ready to shuttle for launch.
Your days are numbered now, decepticons.
And you get a break because he walks behind something, so you don't have to animate most of the transformation.
I love how much.
accurate.
Jazz, report security.
There's so many boxes.
Yeah.
I have many.
Jazz to moon base 2. Jazz to moon base
That's
2.
just my Studio Series boxes. I have
Yeah.
more.
Bumblebee and Spike here. We're about to
Like
send
the little human line.
That kills me! That kills me! And this one.
Tell my son Daniel I miss him. And tell him not to worry. I'll be coming home as soon as
I recognize that's a Human Alliance guy from Dark
Yep.
Side
Human
Moon.
Alliance, Samuel Wiki, and Frost Armor.
Christopher, commence countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast!
Yeah. I saw Dee's comment that it was probably an I-gear cliff jumper, and I appreciate that the first thing he said was like, I don't think they made a hubcap, because that would be my next question.
Yep.
And a lot of luck.
I think my favorite part of this has to be the boxes breaking. Well, when they break through.
Oh yeah, that's your custom Megatron.
It's the only one I have.
Yeah. You, like,
I
add
love
some
I love the
solar
G1 laser beak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You made him fake fit into Soundwave's chest.
Special run to Autobot City on Earth. Listen, Ironhide, we We don't have enough energon cubes to power a full-scale assault. Ready the shuttle for launch. Now, all we need is a little energon and a lot of luck. More than you imagine, Optimus Prime.
I like the fade out.
Yep.
Get ready.
I like the use of Sentinel Prime as the arc. Well, tissue paper
Used to
too.
grapple as a chair.
Yeah.
Get ready.
This is my favorite scene in the whole movie.
That was smooth. That was really smooth. Making him shrink into the gun.
Yep, the grapples.
Yeah. Oh, okay. he
That's
animated that.
that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Instruments of destruction.
Yeah. The teleporting Starscream in that scene. You included that too.
This was almost too easy, Starscream.
Much easier, almighty Megatron.
I'm using all of my Autobots as chairs.
Yeah.
You're an idiot, Starscream. When we slip by their early warning systems in their own shuttle and destroy Autobot City, the Autobots will be vanquished forever. No! Such heroic nonsense.
All right. Yeah, that's amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick now, real quick. Impactor, I've got this blaster that I'm going to send you. With all the stuff that's been going on this last 2 weeks, I have not mailed it yet. You're going to be happy. I'm not going to send you just that. I'm going to send you a few other things.
Ooh.
Fuel for the stop motions.
Oh my God.
That's a hint.
You know, Impact, I feel like at this point you need to make Mr. Magnus some sort of like producer in the credits.
No. He's got all the credit. He's got all the credit. I'm just going to give him I'm going to lend him a hammer.
Gonna give
He's
him raw
building
materials.
this thing.
There you go.
He's building this thing. I'm going to lend him a hammer.
Richard says, great stop motion impactor. You make me want to watch the 86 movie as told by action figures.
Yeah.
No,
That's the title right there. 86 movie as told by action figures.
You know, it's funny because the whole event of the movie could have been avoided had Ironhide just played dead and let them leave, and then.
Yeah.
And I do want to give a quick update. I talked to Dan, and he said that he doesn't do interviews, so he did decline the invite to come on the channel, but he said that he appreciates it.
Cool. Well, appreciation is noted. Cruisers Motorsport says, I caught like the last 10 seconds of that. Hell yeah.
We'll go back
it's
and
right
watch
up
the
on his-
full thing.
Yeah, it's right up on his YouTube channel, so you can
Yeah,
just
go up to his YouTube. That's what I just looked it up. And everything. I'm now
What?
subscribed. I thought I was already, but I apologize for that.
I'm just
But yeah, I enjoy. I've watched a lot of your videos. I just hadn't watched that one yet. And yeah. So many good things are coming to you.
I think
So
it's
many
by far
good
his
things.
best one.
Well, on
Good
that
things are
note,
on
and
the
actually, Impact, we can't hear you. Get your
We
mic.
can't hear you,
Oh,
Impactor. Impactor, we
Oh.
cannot hear you.
There we go.
Sorry. So, Mr. Magnus, since you're sending me the blaster, the next scene I'll be doing is Blaster and Perceptor versus the Minicons,
Yeah,
and which
that'd
will
be
involve some
excellent.
custom-built Lego and maybe model clay cassettes for Blaster. Because Steeljaw, I'm not paying that money for. Steeljaw's too expensive.
You're just like, screw it. I'll make my own steel jaw. I don't need theirs.
But,
Yellow Ravage.
Yeah.
But this is my theory for the shuttle attack. My theory is, so we all see, so if you guys didn't look in the stop motion, Ratchet turns his head, as also in the 86 scene when Ironhead gets shot. My theory is if Ratchet did not turn his head, there is a chance that he could have pushed back the Decepticons to the point that they flied out, and he could have maybe at least saved Ironhide and Brawn. That is a theory of mine. I feel like that could have happened. because it was mainly Ratchet who was providing cover fire for everybody else. Am I
Cool.
correct or am I wrong?
I mean, that's correct.
I like that when you do it with action figures, it makes it really obvious about the whole weird thing with like Starscream being in 2 different places during that sequence.
I
You have
made
to
it
put-
cartoon accuracy. I do
Yeah.
this stuff serious. And I now realize there's one more stop motion here. It's only maybe 20 seconds long. Not
Okay,
20, 5 seconds.
5 seconds, and then we have to end the stream for the evening.
This is a Bayverse / Bumblebee movie.
Loading. There we go.
Now I can do some real damage.
And that's it.
Please, but one of the little trinkets that you're going to receive in this box, I can't have you portraying my man Megatron with that other gun. So this will be coming.
Nice, accurate prop.
Christmas has come early.
Ooh.
Thank you, I'm assuming to say.
Yeah. I did like how smooth you made the obvious like swap out illusion of Megatron shrinking into a gun. It was like not noticeable at all.
It's not my first time doing it. I've done it
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, on that note, we do have to end the stream so we can jump into the other one. But
Yeah.
do subscribe to Impactor Productions on YouTube to
Yeah.
check out all of his stop motions, including that clip from the '86 movie.
Well, don't worry, guys. There's going to be more to come because trust me, there's enough stop motion power left in me to do a lot. And well, for Christmas has even more entailed because this is just a quick sum up. Every Christmas, I do something from the A6 movie. Last year for Christmas, I did, because my parents got me the KO knockoff of Devastator, I did the Battle for Leadership stop motion. So I did the entire scene for Battle of Leadership when Megatron is thrown away. I do it at the point where Starscream walks out with Megatron, throws him out, and then I do everything else.
Nice.
And which was maybe, for the time, a good stop motion. But now it's kind of outdated. I will show you guys it next week. Also, Spin, I have a quick question for you after the stream. But besides that, I do a stop motion every Christmas, and if there is this entailed possibility of me getting an A6 Optimus, because my mom said, show me $100 figure and I might get him for you. She paid $100 for Tarn, apparently the original, and so I pull out Tarn, Bludgeon, and the other Tarn I have, and well, she said you might get him. So if I get the entailed A6 Optimus, the Optimus Rampage for the A6 film might happen.
Nice. All right, well, on that note, until all are one,
Wreck and ruin.
All
All one.
and all are one.